Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. Now you can check out all our stuff in the links in the description field under the video. So Patreon is listed there along with the catalogue of all our videos, along with the way to the Discord server, all our apps which you can buy, which have great puzzles on, Sven's SUDOKU PAD. It's all down there. And yes, some people send puzzles through in a variety of ways, and the best ones in many ways are the ones who send through puzzles in our software, and I don't actually know how they achieve it, and with our rule style involved, and we are absolutely delighted when they do that, and that means we can use their links as the video. However, Chili got quite lucky today because, well, no, I got quite lucky because when I clicked on his link to call the puzzle up, I decided to change the rules by a fraction. And therefore I set the puzzle up again in our software. And when I was doing that, I accidentally clicked on another link in the email that we were sent and found a very slightly different version of the puzzle with one more cell coloured. So I very nearly have embarked on a solve which must have been on a wrong grid. If I understand this rule set correctly, the grid can't work with a missing, well, I'm sure I'm right about that. The grid couldn't work with one cell missing coloured. So it's a salutary tale. Just be very careful that what you send us is the correct final puzzle. Otherwise, we attempt to make a video and it just fails because we can't solve puzzles that are wrong. So anyway, Chili and myself have both been lucky today. We benefit from that, and I believe this is the right puzzle now that I set in front of you. So Your Ways Are Numbered, it's called, which I presume is a pun on Your Days Are Numbered, which would be a more chilling title if you like, but we'll see. Now, the numbering refers to the indexing rule that happens in 159 puzzles. So I'm going to go through the rules now. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Hurrah. Digits in cells marked in red in columns 1, 5 and 9 indicate the position of the 1, 5 and 9 respectively in the corresponding row. All possible red cells are given. So if we had a 7 here, no, let's try an 8 here. That would mean that the 5, because these apply to 1s in column 1, these apply to 5s in column 5, and these apply to 9s in column 5. So in this row, this applies to 5, and it says 5 is in column 8 in this row. So that would have to be a 5. It's indexing its position in the row. These are indexing the positions of 1s, these are indexing the positions of 5s in their rows, and these of 9s. So that's how they work. Now, did you catch that? All possible red cells are given. There's a negative constraint. And that means that if this is, well, I'm so bad at playing with this rule set. Okay, if that's no, let's go to a row where there isn't a thing. If that's a 1, this cannot be a 2, because that would have to be red because the 1 is in column 2 in that row. That's what it means. Wow. Okay, I think I understand it. Now, there's more because we've got cages with no totals. All cages must contain digits which sum to the same total, which must be determined by the solver. And there's more. There's a very important rule coming, which I also hate. So all of these cages add up to the same total. Okay, we can understand that. We don't know what that total is yet. Digits cannot repeat in the same position in different 3x3 boxes. E.g., if 5 is in row 1, column 1, you can't have 5 there because they're in the same position in boxes 1 and 5. Position 1, we might call that. This would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, the corollary of that is that if you took all the position 9s, say, since they all have to be different, that forms a set of the digits 1 to 9, and that's one way of thinking about this disjoint subset rule. So it's going to make the puzzle very hard because not only do we have to use each row contains 1 to 9, each column contains 1 to 9, each box contains 1 to 9, the normal Sudoku rules. We now have to use that each position in a box contains 1 to 9, like that one, and these 1, 5, 9 indexing rules. And we've got the cages to deal with. That is how Chile has managed to create a puzzle with only one given digit. And, I tell you, I'm full of trepidation. I'm not great at working with 159. I'm not great at working with disjoint subsets. So this could well be a long video, but you can check the length under the video if you're deciding whether to attempt it or not. If it's under half an hour, then it's not as hard as I've been fearing. That's great. If it's well over half an hour, it's a great chance to beat me because I'm not so good with those rules. So we will see how it goes. Do give it a try if you fancy it. Now, I am going to start. Let's get cracking. I don't know how to get cracking. I haven't a clue. I presume we have to do some thinking about the 159 rules somehow. This doesn't look to be a lot of help. Okay, here's a thought. Somewhere in these central cells, position 5, there must be a 5. And doesn't that have to be highlighted? Doesn't that have to be here? Is that a 5 automatically? No, I've got the rule. I've got the rule completely wrong already. First thought, I get the rule wrong. Why? There could easily be a 5 here. That's not saying anything because it's not. It's the columns. No, okay. This exact thought applies to the columns, not the boxes. Right. So in column 1, there is a 1, knowledge bomb, and that 1 would have to be coloured red because it is in column 1 in its row. So one of these red cells is a 1, one of these red cells is a 5, one of these is a 9. Okay, that's truth there, but I don't know what to do with it because I don't know which is which. Those I would call self-referential digits. They're indexing themselves, and once we've put them in red, they're contributing nothing else, I suppose, but I haven't got them. Okay, this is useless. I'm getting nowhere. Let's think about the cage total. Okay, well, obviously this can be a digit anywhere between 1 and 9 except 7. So the cage total is immediately confined between 8 and 17. 8 and 16, I can't count. Right, and it can't be 16 because it would have to be the total for both these cages. You can't put 9, 7 in them both. And it can't be 15 either. Okay, that's good. Because you could put 6, 7, 8 and 9 in these highlighted cells to make those two boxes add up to 15. But then what can you put in row 8, column 5 in between them? You can't use 6, 7, 8 or 9 anymore. So 9 and 8 are impossible. We're down to... Does 8 fall foul of that? Not quite. Even in these boxes, we could have an 8 cage total. Okay, that is petering out as a substantial line of inquiry. There's a lot of 2-cell cages, aren't there, in this puzzle? I mean, this is a lot. But they don't, they can easily, I think some of them must be populated by the same makeup. Yeah, I mean, there must be. 9 of them. Is that a significant number? I know, because they can contain the same digits. I don't think it is. Oh, I tell you what, it's the disjoint rule. Look at this position, the position the 7's in all the boxes. This is important. Look, I'm colouring those. Yes, okay, the red cells are here have gone orange because I've coloured them yellow. I mean, I'm going to have to keep track of the fact that they're both red and yellow simultaneously. Maybe this won't last, but this is important. Look, these are all in cages apart from one of them. So, what does that mean? That means the cage total can't be 8. Because, okay, the reason I was nervous about this being in a 3-cell cage, but these are all 2-cell cages. And this one, yes, the cage total cannot be 8 because you couldn't put 9, 8 or 4 into any of these 2-cell cages. 9 would have to go with -1, which is absurd. 8 would have to go with 0, and 4 would have to go with 4, which would break the puzzle. Therefore, these 2 cells would have to contain all of 9, 8 and 4, and they can't do that. So, it's not 8. Now that line of inquiry does not apply to 9. Oh, hang on, it does apply to... Oh, okay, here's the way to look at that. I think it applies to 12 and 13. Not so, yes, it does actually. 13 only uses 6 digits in making it up. So we can't put 7 different digits into these places. I am right, yes. I mean, again, the way to look at it is, as with 8, you can't put 9, 8 and 4 into those 2 places. With 13, you can't put 1, 2 and 3 into them. And with 12, you can't put 1, 2 and 6 into them. So we're down to 9, 10 or 11 for the cage total, which is the tiniest of advances. 9, 10 and 11. Trouble is, if it's 9, then you have to put... Well, you couldn't put 9 there. You'd have to put 9... Ah, bingo! Yes, it's not 9. 9 couldn't be in any of those cells. Sorry, if the cage total was 9, the digit 9 couldn't be in any of those cells, but it has to be in this subset. It can't be here because the cage total will obviously add up to 12. Over in these 2-cell cages, it was just making it add up to 10. And it can't be here for an interesting 159 reason, because if you had a 9 there, that says that there's a 1 here, and that 1 would have to be in a red cell because it's 9 in the row was, sorry, because it's 9 in the row was in column 1, and it's not red. Wow. Okay, so 9 is impossible. It is. That's the negative constraint coming into play. Now, 10 or 11. Both have 4 ways of making them up. I suppose you can tell that one of those digits would be a 5 if it was a 10. Now, is that significant? No, because they don't have red cells in the row. And if it was 11, one of those 2 cells would have to be a 1, but again, that could be either. Okay, this may have run short. Okay, is there anything intrinsic about the number being 10 or 11 that helps me at this point? From a Sudoku point of view, maybe. I can't see it. I mean, these can add up to 20, these can add up to 20. As long as 1 doesn't go in a 2-cell cage, 11's fine everywhere, and the same for 5 with 10. Okay, if this was a 3 and the total was 10. Oh, this is quite constrained, and this has got red cells in it. Yeah, okay. If this was 7, 3, and this therefore has to add up to 10, it can't be 2, 3, 5, so it's got a 1. Can't be 2, 3, 5 because we put a 3 there. It's got a 1 in it. It can't be 1, 2, 7 because of the 7, and it can't be 1, 3, 6 because of the 6, because of the 3. So it would have to be 1, 4, 5. And that's interesting from the red cells point of view, surely. They would have to be from 1, 4 or 5. That would be putting a 9 in 2 of these places. Columns 1, 4 and 5 in those rows. Now you couldn't put a 9 in these red cells, so that would have to be a 1 and a 4, because that would break this cage total. That's why. So this would be the 5 in row 4, column 8. Ah. And this is red. So this would have to be an 8. If you had a 5 here, you'd have an 8 here, and that would break this cage too. So if you had, yes, okay, the simpler way of expressing this point is wherever you put a 5 in this cage, it puts, because both of these are red and telling you where the 5 is in the row, one of them has to be 8 or 9 and breaks the cage. Oh my goodness, that's remarkable. That is true. So there can't be a 5 in this cage, so it can't be 1, 4, 5. There is no way to make it 10 here. It's 11. I've made a deduction. I've made a deduction that actually could help. I've got a watering eye as a result of something going on in it. I don't know what that is, sorry, but I want to keep going. I don't want to cut. Right, 11, and we can't use a 4 or a 7 in here, so what is this now? It's not 1, 4, 6. It's not 1, 7, 3. It could be 1, 2, 8. Can't be 2, 4, 5. It could be 2, 3, 6. So it's got a 2 in it. And it's either 1, 2, 8 or 2, 3, 6. Now what is that? That doesn't try and contain a 5. And these are both red. So if there's a 1 in it, one of these is 8 or 9, but that one can be. Okay, so this can't be a 1 because there'd be a 9 here and that would break this cage. That's all I learnt there. I don't know much about these 5 ones. Now, this would put a 9 somewhere in those cells or those ones or that one, by virtue of what the red cells are saying here. I don't know what that does. Oh, I can't see anything else. What happens here? Something? 1, 2, 8 or 2, 3, 6. How do we decide? If that was a 2, oh, that's nonsense. Yeah, okay. There is a 2 in this cage. It can't be here because that puts a 9. This is why I'm so slow with the 159 rule. I just can't fully visualize what it's doing every time. If you put a 2 here, that's saying that there's a 9 in this cell, and that breaks this cage because you'd have to put another 2 in it, and you've got a 2 there. That's beautiful, actually. I'm not sure I even... When I started speaking... Oh, sorry. When I started speaking there, I was thinking that a 9 just broke this cage on its own, but actually it only breaks it for this beautiful reason that if you put a 2 there, you put a 9 there, and to make up the 11 total, you get a clashing 2 there. So it's not a 2 anyway. 2 is definitely in these cells. Can that be a 2? That puts a 9 here, that's fine. And that one doesn't do anything. Ah, now... No, I don't know. Okay, what about this cage? Interesting, actually, because 3 of the possibilities for filling it have a 2 in, which would be there, and which would mean there was a 5 there. Oh, that's fine. Then you get a 6 there. Oh, Bob. Okay, let's consider what are the possibilities. So you could fill this with 1, 2, 8, 1, 3, 7, 1, 4, 6, 2, 4, 5, and 2, 3, 6. Ah, now, okay, hang on. If it's you can't put 2 low digits here because that means that 5 appears twice here. Okay, that's interesting. So there's some constraint. So if it was 128, sorry, this is just an aid memoir. This is not Sudoku markings. I'm just trying to remember what are the 5 ways of filling this cage ab origine. So if it was 128, that's the 2 because of that group. That can't be the 1, or you'd have 5s in both those cells. So that would be the 1. So, oh, and you can't have an 8 here either because 5 can't be in that cell. So there is no way of filling it if it's 128. Good. Now, if it's 137, you can't have 1 and 3 here. And 7 can't be in the red either. You can't have both 1, 3 there, and that can't be a 7 because that is not a 5. So that's gone. What about 146? Let's hope this keeps going. 4 would have to be here. That puts 5 here. Oh, that's beautiful. That needs a 6 here, but we're positing a 146 cage. So that doesn't work. So what I'm saying is, if it was a 146 cage, because of that, 4 would go here. That would put a 5 in this cell by the 159 rule. And then you'd have a 16 here and a 6 here. And that doesn't work. Right, let's hope this keeps going. And let's hope I haven't done something wrong and I eliminate all the candidates. 2, 4, 5. Okay, that puts a 4 here and a 5 here, but that's all right. No, it's not. It doesn't matter about the 6. If you put 4 here, which puts 5 here, you can't put 5, 2 there. This is perfect. We are down to 2, 3, 6. Ooh, gosh, I hope this works. Otherwise, I've done something wrong. Now we know where 2 goes because of the 2 that's stuck in there. So that's a 2. And that puts 5 in this cell, 6 to make up the 11 cage. This can't be 6. Oh, these can't be 6. So this is not a 136 cage. It's a 128 cage, and that's an 8, putting a 9 there. This is a 2-1 pair, which requires 9 to be in one of these 2 cells. Could be either. This is 3 or 6, which says 5's either here or here. Well, we know where it is. It's here, therefore. It can't be in box 4 as well. So that's 6. That's 3. And we've got a real start here. Oh, and this was red as well, wasn't it? This was actually the rogue cell. But because it's orange, I'd forgotten, as I tried not to. So that's telling us where 1 is. It's there. Oh, this puzzle may have been a little easier than I was allowing it to be, but I don't think it is. So that row is complete. To complete this cage, we get a 7. We've got a 9, 8, 7 triple here, but 9's not there because of this being 1 or 2. Now, what else have we got? This is saying that 1 is in one of these cells, but it's not in column 7. Now, we've got a 1, 2, 4 here. I don't think I can do anything more with those. This is a 9, 8 pair. This is the 3, 5, 6 triple. So we've got a lot of the middle finished. I haven't used the disjoint subset thing for ages. I'm trying not to forget it. But then I haven't gone outside these middle rows, so how could I? Oh, sorry, this is not a Sudoku marking. That was the contents of this cage. I was just wondering, how did I get anything here? Dear me, that's the trouble with aid memoirs. Ah, now, something I said at the very start is in business now. This column needs a 5, it's 5, to be in a red cell. We've only got 1 left. And this one needs its 9 to be in a red cell. Now, be careful. I remember now that orange is red, as it were. One of those is 1, but I don't know which one. So that's not a 1, but maybe I'm going to pencil mark that. Ooh, now can I start to think? Yes, I'll tell you what, this adds up to 11 and it doesn't have a 3 in it or a 4 or a 5. So it has to be 2, 9. 5 is down here somewhere. This one is much less sure because I've only got 6 ruled out. This one I've got 5 ruled out and 9. So it's either 8, 3 and I'd know the order, or 4, 7 and I wouldn't. I don't know. This one, is not 5, 6 or 2, 9. So very similar, either 3, 8 or 4, 7. This cell is not 3, 4, 7, 2, 9. Ah, disjoint subset. It's also not 6. It can't be 1 because it's in an 11 cage. Oh, and it can't be 8 because that can't be 3. I think this is a weird naked single. So 2, 9, 3, 4, 7 ruled out in the column. 6 by the disjoint subset. What did I say? 1 because it's an 11 cage. And 8 because that can't be 3. So it's a 5 with a 6 next to it. So look, we've got already 2 identical cages. And I was sort of wondering, I think I worked out that we had to have some cages containing the same digits, but I didn't realize it would be so blatant so early. Now, that hasn't changed this. We've got 1, 6 and 8 to place in the column. 6, 4, 7, 5. Oh, we decided very early on that if this was going to be 11, the 1 in the yellow cells had to be in one of those two. So now I've got weird, not just a cross-border pencil mark, but a cross-dimensional pencil mark or something there as well. One of those two is 1, and one of those two is 1. Unfortunately, that doesn't prove that that's 1. If it's not, they're all 1. I don't know. I mean, actually... No, they can't, none of them can have a repeated one. Okay. I don't know. I don't think it's telling me anything. I'm not going to focus much on it. This can't be 6, 5, and it can't be 4, 7 because of that pair looking at that cell. So it's either 9, 2, and we'd know the way round, or it's 3, 8. Now, I haven't done any 159ing in a while. Is there anything cropping up that's useful? Oh, no. I was going to say, does that mean there's a 1 there? And it doesn't. If that was a 1, it would mean there was a 5 there, because if one of these cells refers to another in the same row, they have to form a pair. But if it's self-referential, it doesn't. You could have a pair of self-referential cells in a row, but you don't have to. Oh, come on. What else? Anything else at all? That can't be a 9, so 9's in one of those two cells in column 7. 5, 1. Ah, that can still be a 1. Blast. Oh, okay. Yeah, hang on. This can't be 4, 5, 6 or 7 because of the disjoint rule. It can't be 9 because of the cage size. I suppose 1, 2, 3 or 8 are still possible. 8 is only just possible if that's a 2, 1 deadly pattern. That wouldn't really be deadly in the context of this puzzle. What about this row? If this wasn't a 1, then it would put, this must put a 1 either there, or in those two cells. So it is a 1, 2, 8 or 9. Don't know much about this. It's not 6 or 5 because of that and being in an 11 cage. It's not 1. Well, it's in an 11 cage. Doesn't matter about my pencil mark. 1s. And it's not 6, 4, 7 or 5 because of the disjoint. 2, 3, 8 or 9 again, I suppose. Yeah, this hasn't really achieved anything, sorry. Oh, nearly. I was going to say, can it really be 9? But I think it could, so I'm not going to do anything. Oh gosh, it must be something to do with the disjoint because I can't see anything else happening at all. 5, 2 and 9 in the central cells. These ones can't have a 6 in, so 6 is... Oh, 6 is in one of those two places. Can this be a 6? Yes, comfortably. Now my pencil marking is getting crazy. Maybe I should just stop it. I'm going to take out those 6s and try and remember that 6 is in one of those 2 places. I think I can just about remember the point of these pairs of 1s, and maybe not much more. Now, maybe it's the negative constraint. Is that helpful? So hard to use. I mean, I haven't placed lots of 1s and 5s and 9s, so I don't know how to use that at the moment. I think, well, we've used it briefly once, but it's difficult. Okay, I need to think of something totally different now. Now, what rules have I forgotten? I'm trying to remember the 159 and the disjoint subset. They're the definitely hard ones. I suppose these cages adding up to 11. Okay, yeah, if this is, oh, if that's 2, 3, 8 or 9, this must be as well. So 5 in the column can't be here because of that, and is therefore in one of those cells. This is 1, no, I don't know. Sorry, I thought maybe, if that's a 1, this is a 2, 3, 8, 9 quad. Then you get 6, 4 and 5, 7. Ah, this is, okay, that is a virtual 8, 9 pair, because whichever of them isn't used in that cage is used in that cell. So this is now 1 or 2. So now 1 has to be in one of these 2 cells. That's what that red cell means. And that does nothing. Nothing. It doesn't do anything. Bother. Virtual 8, 9 pair. No, I can't see what we're getting out of that. Right, need to find something else. Oh, struggling away with this puzzle. 2 is there and there. It's in one of these 2 cells. I keep seeing that 6 is in one of these, but I don't really want to pencil mark that much at the moment either. It just doesn't seem very relevant. Okay, come on. Ah, look, I've got all of these in position 6. 3, 6, 1 and 8. Oh, of course, that makes this a 9. Why can't I look in the 4th dimension? Why? So that's a 2. Now, can I go back to the yellow cells? Yes, that 2 sees that as a 9. 9, 6, 5, 4, 7, 2. So these aren't 2s as well. Oh, that's not a 9 either. This is a 3, 8 pair. Bullseye. That means this is a 9. Oh, this is going to give me some other cells to look at in the disjoint, isn't it? If I remember. 3, 8, 9, 6. Oh, I thought this was going to help more. Oh, this has to be a 1, since that became a 2. So that is the self-referential 1 cell. So this isn't 1. And this isn't 1 as well. That was the pairs that I was trying to remember. I did. Hurrah. That gives me a 3, 8 pair, weirdly, in the row. That's become a 2. 8. Ah, 2 and 2 there. Rule out all of those as being 2. So there's a 2 in this box. Is it 3, 2, 6 or is it 8, 2, 1? Those are the only possibilities. And I don't know. Right, 5 is in one of these cells. Ah, 5 in this row I can place. There it is. I maybe could have done that before, not sure. Ah, 3 or 8 here means this can't be an 8-3 pair. So that's 4, 7. That, I think, is going to have an impact on this cell. Yes, it's a naked single now. Lovely. And that's going to give me another digit. Right, it sees 4, 7 and 5 in the row, a 3, 8 pair, 9, 6 and 1 in the column, so it's a 2. And that means that's a 1 here, because that's what that says. So there's no 1 there, except me. There's a 1 down here, and a 1 there, so there's a 1 in one of these 2. Yeah, I still don't know what this is. 2, 1, 4, 7, 5... This is a naked single, given the 4-7 pair. It's got, and the 3-8 pair in its box. That's a 9. These are from 3-6-8. I don't know which. 9. This is a 4-6-7 triple. Now, don't want to miss the negative constraint anywhere either. It could be very significant suddenly. Oh, look, 4 9s looking into this box, so I can place 9. So that means that can't be an 8, which I knew anyway. That one means it can't be a 3. Oh, it can't be a 6. No, that's 4, sorry. Nonsense. Oh, this isn't a 9 anymore, and I pencil marked 2 spots for 9s in the box. 1 has to be down here somewhere, forming an X-wing there. 9, 6. This has become a 4, I've only just noticed. Oh, in fact, that whole triple has unwound. So one of those is a 2, and the 2s form an X-wing here. This is a sort of useless X-wing because they're in the same box positions, so the disjoint subset doesn't help. Same is true of these 1s, unfortunately. Now let's have a look along here. 3, 4, 8 and 7 still to place. In fact, odd this hasn't given up. Oh, I've just spotted that this has finished the middle box. 1 is there, so this is 3, 4, 7 or 8 as well. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, that's not 8 because of this one. Oh, just picking away at this. Oh, this is a 5-7 pair now, definitely. 1, 9, 6. So one of these is a 3. It just doesn't. Oh, let's go back to the disjoint. So we've done the yellow cells. I'm going to un-yellow. Let's go to the colours and un-yellow the yellow. Because, I mean, we're just left with that 3-8 pair and they'll get resolved by Sudoku. Ah, that might be interesting. Where's the 1 in this row? And is this negative colouring important? Because it could be here. No, I don't think it matters at all. If that was an 8, that would be a 1. Oh, no, maybe this... No, it wouldn't be a 1. That's the whole point. It's not coloured. If that was red, it would sort all this out. But because it's not coloured, an 8 would mean that was... I don't know. It doesn't help. I still don't know whether that's a 3-2-6 or an 8-2-1 cage. Sorry if there's some way I know. I mean, it's so tough to keep track of everything in this puzzle, even the Sudoku bits. That can't be a 6, for instance. These can't have a 7 in, but I mean, that's not interesting. 3, 4 or 7 there. 9, 4, 7, 2. They're not a triple. Nothing like it. Okay, the disjoint. Come on, I've got lots. Where have I got lots? Maybe I haven't. Top right. 9, 5. No, there's not much helpful there. Middle right. Now we've used this before, but it... Oh, okay. 5, 8, 6, 3, 1, 9. All done. So the others are 2, 4 and 7, and this one is a 2. My goodness, that's been sitting there for a while. These two are a 4-7 pair. They're not looking at the same cell anyway. Has that sorted this out? Absolutely not. In fact, maybe I could have worked... No, I don't think I could. Oh, it sorts this out. That's 1 and 2. I could have done that ages ago from that 9 having gone in red. Sorry. Oh, I could have done that ages ago. Anyway, never mind. Never mind. 4, 7. So what was I looking at? Oh, I've done that. Yeah, okay. So middle top. 9, 1, 5, 6, 2. All done. The others are 3, 4, 7 and 8. Don't know what to do with that. Bottom right, 9, 8 and 1 are the only ones done. So that can't be an 8. At least I've spotted that. Ah, where's 2 in the bottom? Oh, we know that. It's in one of those two from the X-Wing. Bottom left, yes, 7 there makes that a 5. Right, that might help. That can't be 7. One of those is a 5. Maybe it doesn't help at all. I can't have a 1 here by the rule. It didn't really help much, but maybe this is the sort of thing to look for. 4, 7, 2, 9, 5. The other bottom lefts are 1, 3, 6, and 8. So that's not 5. This is 1, 3, 6, or 8. Look, that's given me a quadruple. So this is where 5 goes in the column. This must be where 1 goes, because actually that's a triple. That's where 1 goes as well. Not here. That's the last one. No, it's absolutely not the last one in the grid. I have one more X-Wing of 1s to sort out. 2, 7, 4, 9. One of those is an 8. 2, 9, 5. I don't know what's going on. There's a 3, 8 pair there. This is 1, 4, or 7. Okay, let's keep doing these disjoints because they do yield things. You have to pick away at them a bit. 2, 9, 7. 1, 3, 4, 5. These top two are a 6, 8 pair. And that's where 3 goes. Yeah, they do yield things. Now. Oh, no. I was going to say 3 and 8 now have to be in this group. But it's not quite true because of this 6, 8 pair. Beastly pair. 5 is limited to those 2 cells. That's totally uninteresting. Well, unless the disjoint says it's not. No, it can't because it's in an X-Wing there. Okay, so left side. Oh, I've done that. That was the yellow cells. Middle again. No, middle is looking useless. Yeah, it is. Bottom middle, which I keep avoiding because I just don't have much of it. Still the case. I suppose... Oh, okay. No, I was going to say, yeah, where does 5 go? Well, it's in one of those, and 1 is in one of those. No, that is not actually adding anything. Top right, 9, 3, 1, 5. See, there probably comes a point in these puzzles where this is a valueless exercise, but I can't tell when that is in any way. 4, 7, 8, 2. Oh, I mean, I'm sure you can see exactly what I should be looking at the moment. 5, 6, 2, 9. That is 3, 4, or 8 because of the other cells it sees in that position. It's nearly a triple, isn't it? 6 now must be in one of those 2. Doesn't really help. I'd love to sort of, for some reason, this 6, 8 pair's got left in column 4, and I don't know why, and it's annoying me. If that was 3, 8, that would be a 4, and that would be a 6. This would be a 2, 7 pair. It's this cage. How is this not resolved yet? Or is it? Is it resolved? I don't think it is. I really don't. Okay, it's got to be the disjoint subset. Top left again. 2, 9, 7, 1, 3. Apologies if I've just done this. 4, 5. Yes, that's what gave me the 6, 8 pair. That was very helpful. Bottom left. 5, 4, 7, 1, 9, 2. Oh, look, the others are 3, 6, 8. And I've got this chocolate teapot triple going on. Is there a pair there doing something? I don't think... Yeah, no. I was going to say those can't both be 3, but they couldn't be by the disjoint rule. So if that's a 3, one of those is a 3. If that's a 3, that's a 3. Oh, come on. There's one thing to find and we'll be done. I swear. Middle right. 82196350. Oh yeah, that 4-7 pair. Looked at that ad nauseum. I think I've looked at all the cells fairly recently now. All the cell positions and not come up with it. Oh, crikey, Mark. Come on. There's got to be a way to finish this. There probably is, relatively straightforwardly, and I'm a doofus. One of those is an 8, so they can't have an 8. It's negative constraint. You see, it could easily be that sitting somewhere totally obviously. Look, no, yeah, well, okay, 5 there means that can't be 4 because it's not red. Now, actually, since 7 came out of there must be a 4 used here. Either that's 7-4, using a 4, or it's 3-8 and that's a 4. So this can't actually be a 4, and I doubt that does anything. 1 4 6 7 triple quad, but I had that before. That hasn't changed. Oh, come on, this is 4 6 or 7. Okay, let's have another look at these bottom rights, which weren't very helpful earlier. 9 8 and 1 done. 3 and 5 can only be in these 2 cells, I reckon. Let's just have another highlight of those. Yes, that is true. So those 2 are a 3-5 pair, which I hadn't seen before. And this must be where 6 goes in the column. Okay, it's a new digit. That puts 6 in one of these 2 cells. It's in one of these 2. Oh, it's all over the place. Oh, good grief. Okay, but let's try the corner cell then. 6, you see, I highlighted all that and I didn't think about the disjoint at all. 6 1 3 5 9. These others are 2 4 7 8. I have looked at them before. This is now 2 or 4 because it sees 7 and 8. It's not 4 because one of those is 4. We just discovered that. That is a 2. Now that might help. That's a 2 as well. These ones aren't. Now, bottom right then. 2 1 8 9. A 3-5 pair, which we just discovered. And a 4 6 7 triple in the other 3. Oh, this can't be a 4 again in this box because we know 4's in one of those 2 cells. So 4 must now be in one of these 2 and is not there. Come on, this has to finish something off in a moment. 9 6 2. I just need to pick the right digit in the right position to finish this beastie. Oh, come on. Or is it actually the disjoint subset rule? It could easily be. That can't be 7. I mean, I've never considered that. That's not allowed to be 4. I have considered that. That can't be a 1. Where's 5 in this row? Ooh, there. That is a 9 and it's not red. So that can't be 5. That is what it means. Yes, it is. So that's a 3. That must help. 3 there. 5 here. Yes, 6, 5, 8 at the top. That is going to fix my 6 8 pair in column 4. This can't be 8 3 anymore. So that's 4 7. That's 3. This is 6. Come on, this is finishing now. 3 and 7. That makes 4 there. I've got 8 here. 3, 8, 4. I mean, it's a very clever puzzle, but these are very hard to solve in my opinion. You just have to find your way. Look, I'm going to use that 8 3. No. That 8 on the disjoint to fix this cell. There we go. 3 8. This now becomes a 3 and I finally know how to make up this 11 cage. Get a 1 there. 4 and 8. 1 and 7. Now, I could easily have done something wrong. Please give me a tick. There we go. So, oh, wow, that is just mean. Now, what was this one was quite a hard one to fill. So let's just check they're all right. Yeah, that is a set of the digits 1 to 9. Bottom left, 1, 8, 5, 4, 7. I mean, I think this is all right, but wow, that was a tough puzzle. Most enjoyable, but really quite tricky. Yeah, okay. Thank you for... let me know how you got on. I mean, if you're thinking, gosh, this guy's... If you're thinking, oh, I could see something that you could have done for a while, that's not the same as, oh, I could get through this puzzle really quickly. Me missing 1 or 2 things, even regularly in this, is hardly surprising given how many things you have to look for. I'm not embarrassed by that, but maybe the time was slow. I don't know. Anyway, it was good fun. Thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you again soon on the channel. Bye for now.